All right, let's start it up. We are back more Deceive Inc. We're playing Octo here today. This is a super rare occurrence. Not that we're playing Octo, but we're using the expertise 2. And I did check. I went back and I scrolled back, and even back some more. We've used Octo expertise 2 one time. This is the second video to feature this expertise. And I'll be honest, it probably shouldn't feature this expertise. That's not the sole reason we're using it. But it's kind of funny to me, so I really wanted to do it. If we can get one intel, we can do a bunch of gambling. I'm actually going to do it this way. We have passive 1, which is the one where we get intel back when we gamble. So I do want to get exactly the right amount of intel before I actually open something, if possible. Blue is excellent here. Let's talk about our expertise, because it's going right now. Hi. They got very close. So this expertise, again, we've used it one time. Basically, there's this huge ring around us. You can't even see it because it's... Oh, you can see a little bit right there. Let's see if we can step outside before it... Yeah, that's the ring right there. There's a huge ring with the big numbers around us. And every intel thing, every intel device, the ones that give you intel, not anything you can spend intel on,
let's find those cheaters.
In that giant ring on the same level, there's no verticality, it doesn't go up or down, becomes what they call a syphon beacon, which is a very complex word. Okay, Doug moved kind of funny when he came in. So basically every intel thing around where you
terminal location confirmed.
Within that giant ring gets its own little baby ring, and any player standing within any of the little baby rings gets the intel absorbed into me, Octo. So you can see, well, we can't see the big wide ring, but here's all of what I'm calling the little baby rings. So any player who's not me, who is standing in these rings, again, there's no verticality, so literally up here it's probably just this room, gets their intel drained. Also, and this frankly probably never happens, if they were to hack any of these syphon beacons, any of these intel devices with the little baby rings, half of the intel they hack also goes to me, but it's also draining their intel. So if they hack like a 2, I get 1 from their hack, and then it drains the other one like instantly. It's legitimately pretty much that quick. So yeah, if you ever have the syphon beacon going off on you like that, just avoid it and don't hack any intel, because you'll just lose intel. You'll give Octo intel. But then this doesn't matter in solos, but there is some other text on this ability. While this ability is active, any intel that Octo hacks is apparently shared with his team. Now, I don't play a lot of teams. We did do some of it on stream this weekend, but I didn't get a full breakdown on this ability, so I'm not sure if you hack a 3, if that means 1 for each person, or if you hack a 3, that means we all get 3. That would seem overpowered. Not sure the specifics on how sharing the intel works, but that's what it says. And similarly, see, there's the big ring. That's potentially a player. But we're not draining any intel. They're not near a syphon beacon though, so yeah, we know this guy's not, because we're not draining their intel.
You have wasted your time. There is no vault terminal here.
So yeah, and then if one of your teammates, I think, hacks it, it also gets shared, so it makes a lot of intel sharing, which is cool.
A vault terminal was deactivated.
Oh, don't hack that. I wondered why that was taking so long.
Come to Papa.
Okay. I think I was even looking at the wrong Doug. I think this is the one that came in, and that one's just bugged out.
Challenge. Music to my ears.
We hit A and C, which are the closest ones to the vault, which is actually somewhat annoying because
We'll keep that.
we do want to be close to the vault here. If I hit this here, yeah, so there is a little verticality. We can see this one's in there, but obviously it's not an entire floor of vertical. But we are kind of looking for some indication we're draining someone right now. Not that it, similar to passive 3, we, you know, drain, but we don't get a great indication of where they are, just that they're close to us. Within range of this big circle and in range of a intel thing. We're going to D. So that's that. It's fairly low cooldown. I don't see a reason not to spam it personally. It can alert someone somewhat to your presence. Okay. Because obviously you're at the center of that circle. So if somehow they figured that out, or which one you were, I don't need that. We can just do this, sit for a little bit. I'm just gonna hit the button here. Alright, that covers all of the guards in this room except one.
You have wasted your time.
E or B, I feel like they're equally bad, and E's closer to me right now, so let's do it. So, well, I'm not sure if anyone's ever tracked anyone down with this or not. Also, you can see, like, these doors all have intel in them. Like, it's pretty good for finding intel like that. Yeah, you could kind of be found just by the sake of you're at the center of this ring. So if someone can figure out where the center is...
Congratulations. You have found a vault terminal.
What am I looking at here? Is it just one of these chairs? It is, okay. Alright, well, that Octo, I'm not gonna lie, should have killed us. They may have not been aware, but you can charge Octo Weapon 2 while you're mimicked, which means they could have just charged it that whole time. I was trying to figure out which chair they were. At least I had it narrowed down to a chair. That was good of me. And then just hit me with the 50 damage blast, I think it is, and then like started shooting. But they just popped up and started shooting, so they could have done that better, and honestly, we probably could have lost that very easily. But I will see you in game 2 here. All right, I can stop dodging all non-sound eclipse games now that it's sound eclipse. This is a real video, right? What were we talking about?
Right now.
Oh, thank you. So, the expertise 2 here. I'll be honest, I don't think this is a good expertise in solos. It doesn't really do anything,
Like an open book.
as you can kind of tell by the fact that last game it didn't do anything. I don't think it actually triggered one time. And like, unlike maybe Danger Sense, where if you use it, you're like, oh, it's blue and I'm safe to be super sus for a minute. This doesn't do that. Right? Like, if this is not giving you intel,
Spend my intel somewhere else.
there's every chance someone's just standing not in one of these, like, zones, and someone's still just, like, right next to you. And people are pretty good about seeing it. I guess I didn't really explain, but they obviously can't see these circles. But what they can see is there's an octopus icon on all the intel that's affected by this. And then when they actually get drained by it, it gets a line from you to the intel that's draining you, so you can back away from it nicely. So it's pretty... Well, it's not easy to avoid, like, immediately when you turn it on, or maybe even for the first second. It's pretty easy to avoid in general, if you more or less know it exists. And it's pretty easy to see, hey, all the intel suddenly has an octopus on it. Like, that just happens. I'm gonna hit the button.
Mine? It's all mine.
We should head up a floor, actually. Someone may have spawned near me. It does do stuff like this where I'm like, oh, I know there's intel in here. So, like, it has some value. But let's be honest, the other two expertises have way more value. Especially expertise 3 here, like draining, which this has, but like more specific draining you can use as a spy check. Neutralize is a thing. I'm just gonna punch you. Oh, jeez. I can hide. I can hide. Okay, well, okay.
Sweet new duds.
Alright, I'm pretty sure this is a purple because I think I heard another keycard, but it may have been the same one. Obviously, the intel sharing doesn't do anything in solos. There's no one to share the intel with.
There is no vault terminal in this location.
And yeah, well, the draining is nice. You can't spy check it with it like you can with Expertise 3. And it could get you killed, I guess, because of the area of effect on it. I'm just going to hit it here because, like, there's no reason not to. But that's really the reason we've used this one time on the channel, is because it doesn't really do anything in solos. And honestly, I don't think it needs to. I think it's perfectly fine for Octo to have this expertise that just isn't good in solos. That's fine. He has two other ones that are both, well, either great or good, and I think it's okay. I would appreciate some, like, if they made a change that made this better in solos, I am all for it. But I don't necessarily think they should just because it's not good in solos, if that makes sense. And finally getting ourselves a gray. Gotta get that expertise cooldown for even more draining. This is just an Octo build I had laying around. I didn't really plan it for this. Probably don't need the expertise cooldown for this particular. It's fairly short to begin with. And you don't really need it up like every single fight. It's just kind of more or less hit it on cooldown and hope you catch someone. I can't really come up with a situation where you like see someone and they happen to be near all the computers and you can just like get intel from them. Oh, we did just drain a little bit though. So someone is nearby. So it is actually doing work for us currently. Yeah, you can see it draining. We just got up to 11 from 10. And then it kind of stopped.
That's the stuff.
Oh.
Vault open. Time to get down to business.
Nope. We heard it was a vigil. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was this. Nope. They went to heal the Doug, and I thought they were turning on me. I'm just gonna get this intel. I might take a peek in there in case they ran in, but other than that, I don't know why they would have, but hey. Doug keeps catching some strays here. I'm a little too trigger happy right now, and that is on me. Oh, one thing with this ability, I'm playing on Ultra right now with a relatively new graphics card. All of this binary that's bouncing around here can absolutely make it impossible to see and your computer just lag out if you're not running some like real high-end machine or something. I have seen it happen to people, so like maybe try it in the training room where there's not even that much stuff, but if you're on like Diamond Spire, there is every chance that you just might not be able to use this effectively. Luckily, if you're like not the Octo and someone uses on you, there's not nearly as much particle effect, so it doesn't seem to work that way, but it is a thing. Yeah, us just standing here is super sus. And grabbing this is also sus though, so we're gonna take a look behind us in case someone saw and followed. Looks like they did not. Might as well hit the button. So we got a little draining that time, and it did sort of detect someone for us, but we didn't actually get to do anything with it. Now we are draining, you can see it, but we're not actually gaining intel because, well, because we don't need intel. I think I am gonna rush them here because we have a key card and they may not expect it. They went out the left side. Okay, well, that was almost bad. We did get some heat out of it, which was a bit unfortunate. I should have done that before, but hey. No one really expects you to rush them, even though it kind of, well, I shouldn't say nobody, but I find that strategy works fairly well on like most agents, where you can kind of just rush if you have the key card, because no one really expects you to show up that quickly. Even though they had to wait for like their key card to print, they never seemed to realize that you might also have a key card and could just show up in their face. But I shouldn't speak for everyone, maybe, you know, I did move rather fast there on them. It's just a Sasori, not like just, but you know what I mean. I don't see anyone else, so I think it is just the Sasori. No. Let's get this going. We are gonna ping up top. And then we're gonna jump down because we see him running up top. Let's grab this outfit. Just picking one is not really important. One thing we could do, they might know now. So we definitely know. Oh look, they're getting drained a little bit. They have to do this. Come on, you have to come fight. They had a key card as well. So there we go. We saw how good this ability is in solos, and sometimes it just gets you some intel. But if you want an ability that just sometimes gets you intel, use Expertise 1. If you want an ability that drains opponent, use Expertise 3. I do think this has a place in teams, and I do think there is value there, although, let's be honest, Expertise 3 is also really good in teams. Same with Expertise 1, so I think there's a lot of competition in there, but at least it's good. But hope you enjoyed the Octo game. Do like the video if you did. Comment on your thoughts as always, and subscribe for Deceive Inc content like this, and I will see you in the next one.